they get to the national tournament.
2 draws we've had. Now we're at 142, and as we say, this is one the folks came to see. Number 1 ranked Joe Gibbons in the red on the right against Kevin Dresser, ranked number 5. But there isn't much to choose among these first 5 men in this way.
Almost could be anybody, any given week.
Gibbons beat Dresser at Ames 9-6. And Gibbons is in on the leg against a Dresser whizzer.
Gibbons is starting fast in this match.
Yes, he
Doug.
is.
He's got that for the 2-point takedown. You give this Joe Gibbons a couple points like this, he is really one tough hombre to beat. You know, he has an outstanding talent and has the ability to be able to put a lot of pressure on a man. He knows a lot about wrestling, can wrestle in all different positions.
2-0. Gibbons starts fast.
But when he has this inside wrist, he has the wrist tied up. What he's trying to do now is just keep his man from getting up and scoring. He doesn't want to have to go back and wrestle on his feet. Nice move by Dresser.
2-1.
You got Gibbons going one way, and then he just punched his leg out and went out away from him.
Seen a lot of good 142-pound matches this year.
It's a very difficult weight class. Now,
And again, Gibbons in on a low single.
He hits that single low very well. Does that a lot. But the referee feels that that's potential. Anytime you drop down below the knee, you can start to take the heel out away from the leg.
He saw Keith for them, and here went Joe Gibbons all the way in on a double. Man, he's aggressive tonight.
He wrestles like this, Doug. He really is the best 142-pounder. Wide open like this is when he's at his best.
It's Gibbons leading by 3, 4-1 against Kevin Dresser. After something of an upset at 134-2 because Randall could get away only with a draw. Joe Gezzi held Randall to a draw.
Well, he just let Dresser go right there for the 1-point escape, so it makes it 4-2.
4-2 after the escape.
Now this is a position Dresser would rather have a hold of Gibbons. You know, he'd rather have him in control. Now here he is running the shot, coming across. Both men, good talent, good balance.
He has that fine thigh block there, but Gibbons is showing you his power here.
He's got such great balance, and he wants to keep that thigh in close and not let Gibbons get the upper hand right here. So he's just staying in close, keeping the thigh to his chest. Gibbons is trying to take the hips and lift them up over top of him. Now, if Dresser can get his leg across him, he has a chance.
Boy, what a pair of horses.
Real fine athletic talent you're seeing right here. Heck of a lot of wrestling right there for no point.
Stalemate. I'll tell you.
Many a lesser man would have gone down to either one of those guys in that situation.
4-2. I don't know about you, Chuck, but this is the kind I come to see.
I love it.
Dresser. Man, what a career he's having already, and he has another year to go. They're both juniors. Humboldt, Iowa's Kevin Dresser. Ames, Joe Gibbons. 4-2 Gibbons.
Now this is a position that Dresser would rather have Gibbons in. He'd rather have him in where he can control him and touch him. And Gibbons would rather be in the open position.
We have 17 seconds to go in the first period. It's really only a 2-point match, though. Gibbons by 2. He had the 2 takedowns. He has a front headlock now.
The Dresser slid in on that shot, but didn't quite penetrate it well, so he got caught underneath him.
Went for the thigh block himself, couldn't get it. Let's see, we have the end of the period. It's 4-2 Gibbons. There are a lot of applause here for a fine 3 minutes.
There was about 45 seconds of action, and that was just fantastic.
Gibbons' choice. He takes down. There's Kevin Dresser. These 2 fine wrestlers from Iowa high schools. Dresser from Humboldt. And didn't he look tough against Leo Bailey last week?
Oh, he was just impressive, man. Just really outstanding. He's good in this position if he can keep his man down. He wants to get Gibbons' hips down to the mat. Gibbons wisely just picked off the hand when he got to his feet to score his escape.
An escape for Gibbons. 5-2. Remember, at intermission after 150, we'll be talking to Max Urich and Les Anderson of Iowa State. We interviewed them yesterday about the coaching vacancy at Iowa State coming up. And also we'll meet the 2 Iowa assistant coaches, Keith Morlam and Mark Johnson. There's Gibbons got a little out of position, and Dresser came over the top of the headlock.
Well, Dresser's been doing all the going so far. You know, Gibbons got that early lead, and hasn't really gone back on the offense. Dresser's been doing most of the aggressive wrestling. He hasn't scored with it, but he's been doing most of the work on it. So he's in again now. Gibbons just got called for stalling, warned for stalling. And he came right back in on that leg.
Dresser's really cute with that tipping stuff. He can put you in a bad spot in a hurry.
Yes, he can. And what Gibbons doing here to wisely stay out of that is he's staying on his feet. If you go to your knee and post a knee, that's when Dresser really has a chance to get those tips because your knee's down.
Gibbons has been warned. Dresser has not. Next time, it would be a point if Mike Exline calls Gibbons again. Here comes Dresser in on that high crotch, but Gibbons is blocking it.
Well, he got into it, but he just didn't get his hips in underneath it. So he got the leg, but he didn't get his hips in.
But as you say, Gibbons hasn't been on the offense since early in the match.
He got that lead, and he just kind of stopped on it, didn't he?
Stalemate.
That won't happen too many more times.
25 seconds to go.
If Dresser stays on the offense, you'll see
now the single by Gibbons
well,
against the wizard from Dresser.
He countered that well and then came right back in on it. I'm sure that right now what they're both doing is waiting for a stalemate to be called here.
There it is. That's the stalemate. Back to the middle again with what? 1 second left to go in the second period. It's a 3-point lead for Gibbons, 5-2. Period ends. Gibbons will go up now. Harold Nichols, after 37 years, this is his last dual meet tonight. He had a very warm greeting from the Iowa fans. Emotional moments here before this meet started.
He's had these kids wrestling well too, Doug. You compare what was happening last time through the 134. It was 12-0, and now it's 8-4.
That's right. Eglin and Kelly went 6-6. Davis beat Thorne 17-8, and Randall and Gezzi drew 4-4.
Stay step. Top man, let's go.
Gezzi got a takedown early, and Greg Randall only got one later on. Here's Gibbons in the up position, starting with a 3-point lead in the third period. He's good on top, obviously, as is Dresser.
Dresser does little things that bother you. You see him try to just get a little side roll right there, but he didn't have his body in underneath, so Gibbons countered him out of it.
Gibbons had the hand tied up a moment ago. Now he has it again, but Dresser's on the feet.
They kind of let him get up there. This is a spot where he can get called for stalling again. He's going to have to work aggressively right here.
Gibbons bars the near side arm.
So when he gets the arm, the referee kind of looks at is he getting out to the side working on something, or is he just kind of playing with me, the official, and making it look like he's being aggressive?
Warning on the bottom this time, so we're even. Each man has been warned, and Gibbons has riding time.
Well, as I said, you give him a lead. He went out and got that lead early. He is very difficult to beat.
He has the hammer lock.
Now he's put it into a chicken wing or a bar arm. So now what he's got to do is just be able to get out toward the head in order to make that thing work. Now this is what they call a turkey bar when he gets the arm out on the hip.
Potentially dangerous hold. But Gibbons got a lot of riding time out of that. He can only get 1 point, and there's no way he can lose that point. So for all purposes here, for practical purposes, it is now a 6-2 match.
That puts a lot of pressure on Dresser to start. Now, he tends, when he gets to his feet, if Gibbons lifts the hips, to come back down and put his head down, kind of worm back in underneath you. So it's important right now not to go out flat. See how he just went down flat. So he's got to get back to the base. And there he tries one of his little wing rolls. You see him elevating with the leg.
Didn't work.
Yeah, he's got to be able to have those hips freed up.
Gibbons has been in control of this match much more than perhaps anybody might have expected who had seen the way Dresser's been wrestling lately.
Well, he started it so early. Now, he hasn't really gone out after the fall, but he's just controlled it just steady because Dresser let him have the arms and he wins pretty easy.
And with the riding time, he rode Dresser all the way out that period. It's Joe Gibbons, ranked number 1, 6-2, the winner over Kevin Dresser. And that puts this meet in a 1-point situation. Iowa State trails by 1 after 142. Joe Gibbons has defeated Kevin Dresser 6-2. Now we're going to have a rematch here.